Great, feeling great.
Stephen, Johny came in and said that he wants to stand in front of you, see who hits harder, throw down. Do you believe him, or do you think that's some gamesmanship?
Oh man, he might be playing some games. I don't know. I mean, he's a tough dude. He may think he wants to go out there and bang with me, but he's gonna find out early in the round he's not gonna be able to do that. That's why he's gonna try and shoot in and take me down. I ain't gonna let it happen. I want to keep it out in the middle of the octagon and pick him apart with my hands and feet.
Certainly, you've come to be known for your flashy style. I wonder, when you go into a fight, do you feel like, not pressure so much, but a responsibility to throw out some flashy techniques, or do you feel like that's just the most effective approach?
Well, for me, that's just how I spar. That's my game. You know, a lot of people in the gym, they don't throw stuff like that, so people aren't used to seeing it. So whenever they go out there in the octagon against somebody who does, they don't know what to expect. I like to switch sides. I like to keep it flashy. It does put on a good show, which I like that. But and it works out to have a spectacular knockout. I mean, if you watch my last fight against Jake Ellenberger, I didn't even think about throwing it. I heard my dad in the corner say spin. I knew exactly what to do and ended up finishing it from there. So definitely be listening to my coach a little bit more for this fight as well.
Obviously, you prepare and train for everything, but how ready are you to deal with his wrestling?
I feel very confident. You know, I've got my coach Thomas Lee, my jiu-jitsu coach Carlos Machado, who brought in Ryan Hall, the last Ultimate Fighter winner. My buddy Matt Miller, who's a Canadian wrestler, same build, same size, also an MMA fighter as well out of Canada. I feel very confident in my wrestling, my takedown defense. I expected to get taken down, but if I do get taken down, I'm popping right back up to my feet.
We know that you worked with Chris Weidman a lot ahead of his camps. Obviously, probably for your fight, that wasn't really a possibility, but in all, how much has his tutelage really helped you?
Oh my goodness, tremendously. I know he brings me in for his camps, but while I'm there, I learn so much. But to have somebody as strong as Chris Weidman, as technical as Chris Weidman, in on your legs, it makes the 170 guys seem easy.
Now, a lot of times when people who don't really spar don't realize it, a lot of times it's like gears coming together. You see them kick, you see the opening, you catch it. Taking pictures of you really sucks because I can't match the gears, you know what I mean? You said that's your game. How do you keep working that, and how do you not fall into other people's games? Because timing you just to watch you hit a pad is damn near impossible. So I imagine it sucks fighting too.
Yeah, well, I mean, the game is changing. I mean, with mixed martial arts, and the people who know how to manage distance. If you watch Conor McGregor's last fight, it was beautiful against Jose Aldo. He managed distance. He got Jose Aldo he got him a little frustrated right in the beginning of the round, didn't know what he was going to do with his back and forth movement, which led Jose Aldo to come in with that swinging left hand, and he ended up, swinging right hand, and ended up clocking him. So it's the people who can manage the distance better than your opponent will determine whether or not, am I going to fall in his game plan or he's going to fall into mine. It's a distance game. So if I keep my distance where I feel comfortable, I win.
And how do you perfect that distance given you don't really know how fast he's going to move in? I mean, you get used to your sparring partners in the gym and seeing that. How do you switch it and instantly pick it up in the fight?
Well, it's reaction. And if you stop and think about it, you're too slow. He's already hit you. So it's got to be a reaction time, something you have to develop over many years in the gym. I've been doing the martial arts since I was 3 years old, and I've been in the combat sport, competing since I was 15. So it's just something that you just have to develop over the years.
Did say though that his experience, his being here longer, his experience is going to play in his favor. How do you see that?
I've been in the game a long time as well. Of course, I had my first fight in mixed martial arts in 2010. I'm not really sure how long he's been doing it, but he has more experience in the five-minute round fights, which I don't mind, man. I mean, my past 3 camps, that's all I've been training for is 5-5s, because I know one day I'm going to be fighting for the title. So, a lot of people were asking me how big was the switch from going to 3 5-minute rounds to 5-5s. I don't think experience really matters out there. I mean, I've got all the experience in the world. I mean, I got great coaches, great guys that I train with, and like I said, I'm blessed to be here. So, ready to go out there, man. I wish it was happening right now. I wish we were just stepping up there right now, but got to wait till Saturday.
Are you still going to ask for the title shot inside the octagon?
Oh, definitely. With the win over Jake Ellenberger, I believe. Jake Ellenberger. Johny Hendricks, excuse me. He's the number 2 welterweight in the world, former welterweight champion. So a win over him, I believe, will set me up for that title contention.
Stephen, I know you said that UFC didn't tell you that it was going to be 5 rounds, and then they said, no, we told his dad that he wanted 5 rounds. Did you ever talk to your dad and find out what happened? Was he holding out on you?
Yeah, my pops, he's we always prepare for a 5-minute round fight anyway. And my dad usually, he's the one talking to Joe Silva and the guys in the UFC. I didn't know. They didn't talk to me. They talked to my pops. But, I remember going over to my dad and say, hey, I want to do 5-minute rounds, see if we can get this. And he's like, I'll see what I can do. I didn't hear anything back from him from it until I saw it on social media. So it's all Pops' fault.
So we need to reach out to Dad instead of you some of these times?
Yeah.
You say you train for the 5-round fights. I mean, for those fighters that don't, do you think getting the short notice for a 5-round that people can adjust from the 3 to the 5 so quickly?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as long as you're training smart, you go to some gyms and 3 5-minute rounds with somebody wearing small MMA gloves beating the crap out of you is not fun, But if you go to a good gym who, where they train safely, you got good training partners who will take care of you. I think you can train 5 5-minute rounds. I think they should. It makes 3 5 seem easy when you're used to those 5 5s. And I learned that from Chris Weidman, man. His work ethic. I mean, he trains no matter what. He trains as hard as many people I've ever seen. I mean, he's amazing. So I took that from him. I mean, every time I go up there, I'm doing 5 5-minute rounds with him. So whenever I come back home, that's what I'm doing. 5 5. Confidence to go out there, and if I'm doing 3 5s, man, I mean, it makes it seem easy, like I said.
Do you think that gives you an edge that you're already trained that way, and if Johny wasn't, to get the short notice for the 5 rounds?
Well, I mean, he's fought 5 5-minute rounds many times before, so I believe he knows how to pace himself during it. But I'm not looking to pace myself. I'm going out there. I'm going all out. So I'm going to use my movement out there against him and create an opening. I'm going to try and take advantage of that. So I don't think I think he does have the experience with more 5 5-minute round fights.
You and Johny really saved the card. Has UFC or anybody came to you and said, hey, thank you, here's a gift basket? And is it any different stress on you, or is it just, I fight 30 minutes earlier or later?
Yeah, no stress at all. UFC, man, I mean, they're awesome. They were actually coming up and, thank you guys for stepping up, and I just appreciate them asking me, to be honest with you, letting us do it. To be a part in a main event of a big show like this, I think it's a dream come true, to be honest with you. I know my last fight was main event, but nothing like this, I don't think.
A little off topic, who's your Super Bowl pick?
Aha, well, I'm from South Carolina, so I got to go with the Panthers. Or I got to go for the Carolina team. I would like to see Manning, win another Super Bowl, but I got to go for the hometown team, so.
Back to being thankful to the UFC for giving you this opportunity. Do you think fighting in Las Vegas really adds that extra momentum to, yeah, I'm doing this now,
Oh, definitely, man. This is definitely the fight capital of the world. I mean, I've never been to a state, a country, anywhere in the world quite like Vegas, especially during fight time. The fans here are unbelievable, so it definitely makes it all more exciting.